Welcome to the Card Chronicles, baby, with Totally Sassy TV. It's time for card therapy, you guys. You guys doing today? It's Totally Sassy T from the 803, and I am here with another segment of Card Chronicles, baby. How you guys doing? I am doing great. Look at this beautiful sky. Look at it. It is gorgeous out here right now, but it's about to change because I see some dark clouds in the mix. Okay, I just wanted to get on here and thank everyone for sharing my videos and subscribing. Girl, honey, brothers, sisters, we are almost at that 1,000 mark. I am just ecstatic. And I just want to thank you guys so much for commenting and talking with me and all that. Also, I just want to come on here and just give my perception and my review on some things that has transpired from the pajama party and how and why people are perceiving and not receiving Melody in her light right now. How this can be turned around. And I'm going to mention a couple of other things and two other people. But let's get started, and let me just let you guys know all this is in my opinion. Okay. And we all have the right to have our opinion. And if you disagree, that's okay. Tell me why you disagree, and I can build on that. I can learn why. So you guys, let's get started. In my opinion, this is all alleged. It's just for sheer entertainment. All right. So you guys, I was sitting at home, just going back, making sure I get caught up and I didn't miss anything on the, before the Ponderosa tonight. And something just dawned on me. Okay. So what dawned on me was at that party, I always hear Mel say she wants peace in her life. And that's what she's trying to obtain. But that's why she did not invite Destiny. That's why she did not invite Letitia to the party. And that's her right to do so. Okay, let me tell you this. Whether we like it or not, whether we like the action that a person does or not, that's their action. That's their free will. That is their thing to do whatever they want to do. That's their God inherent right. Okay? Free will is a must here in this life. Whether it's right or wrong, that's their right. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, just because, I criticize Ariane, coleslaw curry, and I criticize Martell, Motel, Holiday Inn. Yes, I criticize them. But in the same breath, they have the right to have an affair. They had the right to have a baby. They had a right to do whatever they wanted to do. Was it right? Morally? No, but they did have the fundamental right to do it. And a lot of people, they don't understand that, and they don't want to hear that, because it's true. I have the right to say what I want to say. I have the right to do what I want to do. I have that right because it's mine. Okay? So Melody, let's go back to this. Melody had the right to do whatever she wanted to do, to invite whomever she wanted to invite to her home. Okay? Let's just get that clear. But your actions should line up with the things you say you want in your life. And that was peace. Peace comes when you when you're around a whole bunch of people and you're working together, regardless of the relationship, You invite these people regardless, because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to show up. That way, in your mind and in your spirit, morally, you can say, look, I invited them. So what goes on now at this party? They should have came. I invited them, and that was it. Okay? So, me saying this, why? You say, T, why are you saying this? I'm saying this because when you have an action and you do something else, all this should line up. Okay? When you should have invited them and Kiki was at the party, you can invite whoever you want, like I said. But all I'm saying is, when you say, I want peace in my life, yet you invite Kiki to your sleepover and not Tisha and not Destiny to have a right to defend themselves. Yes, you have a fundamental right to not invite them, but morally it was wrong not to. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it brought strife, it brought conviction, it brought some animosity, regrets, resentment, everything negative in your life right then. Those things that because you didn't do a peaceful invite, it turned into a negative energy. You say you want positivity in your life, you want peace, but you can't have peace when you don't do the right thing morally. Fundamentally, you can do whatever you want to do, but morally, you have to do the right thing. If it had been me, I would have invited them, and I'll tell you why. It's my home, it's my house, but I would have thought about some things first. I would not have a sleepover at my home. I would not have brought that negative energy there, period. I would have rented maybe an Airbnb, and I would have invited them. And then I would have let them know that Kiki would have been there. And then when things transpire, if they didn't show up, that was their fundamental right not to come. But you cannot say, I didn't invite you. You didn't want to come because of your personal reasons. So things transpired. You could have came to clear your name. I invited you morally. That would have gave you peace. And that would have gave you a sense of people say, well, Mel didn't invite them. Now, hey, they the one turned it down. So let the dice roll where they roll. Okay, true. See, that's why a lot of people don't feel Mel, because this made her kind of look bad. And I even said that. I said, ooh, that didn't look good, because your words are not adding up to your actions. When I want peace in my life, I'm not going to bring that energy to my home, but I will bring that energy to a space where I can say, morally, I did the right thing. Okay, I invited them. They declined. And so what happened. I gave you the right. I gave you the invite. I gave you a chance to accept it. And fundamentally, morally, you have the right not to. And that's fine. So, the reason why I'm saying this is, some people are perceiving that party as a negative on you, Mel. And I get it. And I also get it because that's what it looked like. And I mean, Carlos, I know you might see my little video, but it didn't bring her out in a good way. It almost is if Mel is a stump and people are throwing horseshoe rings around her. And it makes it seem like she is trying to be impossible to work with anyone. And maybe that is the case, maybe not. I don't know. But objectively looking into it, yeah, it does look that way. Subjectively, I don't know. But she does have the fundamental right to do whatever she wants. She has that free will to choose who she wants in her life and who she don't. What happens, what makes it bad is that was a moral compass that actually hurt someone. It hurt Kiki and TISHA's relationship that was already fractured, it made a bigger fracture in it. It hurt Destiny, even though I don't see it for Destiny. It even put a bigger crack into her relationship with other people that could have been a good relationship from that party, like Stormy, for example. It just did not have a good look because morally it caused damage. It was damaged there. Fundamentally, hey, have fun, do whatever you want, you can do it. But from a moral a moral standpoint, it did not look good at all. And that's why some people say, "Oh, Teresa, you just read mail." No, I didn't. I looked at it in that way. If I'm going to say I want peace in my life, I'm going to do the moral thing to keep the peace in my life. Okay? So when I look back on things, I can say I did the right thing. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Just because you elevating in life don't mean you being blessed. And like the devil can move things out the way and have you thinking it's God's doing his way. But God wants you to do the right thing at all times. So I'm not saying that because Mel is not being blessed. Mel is being blessed tremendously. You know why? Because she's got those 4 children. She's doing the right thing for those children. She helps the community. She is morally doing the right thing. But when it came to that party, she did not. And we all fall short of the mark. Okay? We all fall short of it. And I just don't want people to take that one thing and just mess all over. Yes, Melody has a tendency to be messy. That's one thing I didn't. She came off as arrogant in the beginning. That's why I did not like it. I was like, ooh, I don't like her. She talked to people down. You know, she's talking to people, but she's not. She's talking at people instead of talking to people, you know, and that's how I felt. And in some instances, I still do. I don't think sometimes she talks to listen. She talks to get her a point across. And that's it. That's all she wants with them. But you got to understand, Mel, people are people. And you are human just like everybody else. And we all make mistakes. Yes, they all knew. I'll accept Kimmy. I don't think Kimmy knew too much about what was going on with you and Martell. But all of them knew, including Destiny, knew what Martell was doing. Okay? Yes, they knew. And I get it. But for your peace, you have to let it go. And you have to understand where they come from. Okay? Why they didn't tell you. Because maybe you came off to them abrupt and you wasn't ready to receive it. Okay? So sometimes you got to think about how you present yourself to people. It might not be in the light that people can come and talk to you. Okay? So with that being said, let's get to Martell Hotel Holiday Inn and Curry Goat Coleslaw Sloppy Slow. Ariane Curry. I'm just going to speak on them because I said I'm done with that. But they also had the right to go have sex. They had the right to have a child, to not have a child. They had a fundamental free will right to do whatever they wanted to do. But they caused harm to people. So morally, it was wrong. So this is the thing I'm trying to get across. You can do whatever you want to do, but just remember, when it's causing harm to someone else, it caused harm to their marriage. It broke a marriage. It caused harm to friendships. Martell, it caused harm to your money. It caused harm to your brand. It brought harm to your name. It brought harm to your mother's way because now she's having to deal with the scrutiny of what you do. It has caused so much fracture and harm in your life because you free will chose to have an affair, but morally it brought harm. It brought harm to Mel because it hurt her. It brought harm to Mel's mother because it hurt her. It brought harm to your children. It put pain in them. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Morally, it is wrong. It hurt your family, and it still hurts them, and your children are still going through it. But fundamentally, you have free will to do whatever you want. We do. We got free will to say what we want. But morally, think about what you do, the pain it's going to cause. And a lot of people do not see it. They don't understand it. They don't think before they do. Their actions don't line up with the life they want to live. Okay? And to me, Ariane and Martell's action lined up to the life they want to live. They want to live a chaotic life without a moral compass. And that's why they do the things they do. They have the right to do it. She has the right to go online and talk shit all she wants. But morally, she's causing more harm than she is good. So you guys, I just wanted to get your input on that. And ask you guys, what do you think about that? Because truly and morally, it is bringing harm. It brought so much harm when Martell and Ariane had their affair. They fundamentally chose to do what they want to do. They have the free will. That's fine as long as it doesn't bring harm. But it did. It brought harm to their children. It brought harm to a marriage. It broke friendships, like I said before. It put such a negative light on Martell and how he moves in these streets. Nobody trusts him. You hurt your own self because you fundamentally chose to go out there inherently and have an affair. But morally, you did not care. And that's why things are not moving for you. Because you don't care. And you're still with the person who doesn't care. She morally doesn't care about anybody but herself. She morally doesn't even care about how she parent her children. She gets online and do this and do that. Morals matter. Ethics matter. Okay? Free will matters. It will always matter. And we can do whatever we want. But before we do, ask yourself, do you want that same thing coming back on you? That's why I was saying, Mel, that's why you shouldn't have to go online and explain what happened, because when you do things on this show, it should reflect you. Whether we like it or not, TISHA has the moral right to stay with her husband and choose to do what she wants. But guess what? The things TISHA do is lining up, okay? For instance, let me say this. TISHA went out there and she caused harm to... She had the free will to meet up with you when you was pregnant with Sugar Mama. And this is what made you mad. She had the free will. She came to you, told you about... Y'all got into a little argument, and she come out of her mouth and said the car that she drives is also the same car her side chick drives. Now, morally, I would never have said that to a pregnant woman. But she had the right to say it. Okay? She had the right to say it, but morally, she caused fracture in y'all's relationship. And I know that's where it started, baby. I know. Because ever since then, you have not had it out for TISHA. You just did not have it for TISHA. And TISHA, more fundamentally, she has the right to reject anything we say to her. But morally, she's causing more harm to her family than she is if she just receives what's going on out here. She knows what her husband is doing. She free willingly ignores it. But she's wreaking havoc on friendships. She's wreaking havoc on her children's lives. She has the right to know, but because she chooses not to, that's her choice. But she's going to know eventually. Now, how she's going to handle it, we don't know. But you guys, I just want to get on here and just shoot the sugar a little bit and just give you my thoughts on, why people are perceiving Mel in this type of light. I know why they see her. And I was like, ooh, that wasn't a good look, Mel. Because you could have had that sleepover anywhere. And if you want peace in your life, you got to do things that line up to bring you peace. So when the moral compass come in on it, you can say, I did that. They refused. I gave them that olive branch to come. I gave them that. And they did not accept. So what happens, happens. Okay? So, you guys, I am on my way out here because, I'm doing a little shopping for my vacation that's going to be starting this week and coming up. And I will be back on here later. We got to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I just want to give you a little, inspirational, inspiring thoughts on to see deeper and past this so we can understand and not so much be a team TISHA, a team Mel, but let's do what's team right, okay? And we can see it from a different light, all right? All right, you guys. Thank y'all again for listening. Thank you guys for the monetary donations. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing and commenting. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And I will look at you guys later and talk to you guys later, and we will have a conversation about the whole show and what we think. So, guys, be great and go out there and make it happen for yourself and love yourself, because remember, self-love is the best love. That's right.